halftime break coming to an end here. Dragan Sakota, the new coach of Serbia and Montenegro, which will be Serbia after this tournament. Behind here, 43-31, Spain, into a good commanding lead in the first half. Compliments of two players. Gasol, you see right there, and the point guard, Calderon. What a delight he is to watch. Jimenez, you see him there, one of the workhorses in the starting lineup. And I think Spain, from their body language, know they've got this game pretty much in the bag if they can just continue to play as they did in the first half. Serbia just doesn't have the experience and the offensive firepower to overcome players like this. Gabriosa, so tough on defense, so handy on offense. The teams retake the court. 20 minutes left in this last first day match in the knockout round. 16 teams have become 13, and it'll be down to 12 after the next two 10-minute periods have been played. And I suspect that Spain will go through and Serbia and Montenegro will turn around and go home early. They were a wild card entry into the tournament. They're the reigning champions from 2002, but really rebuilding a whole new team.
They had a lot of players retire, Serbia and Montenegro, in terms of the guys that are out now.
Three referees for the game: Vasquez, Puerto Rico, Hamzi of Canada, and Eddie Rush from the United States. Serbia will inbound the ball and will be underway.
Well, the lights are on the basket. FIBA are trying the new NBA lights, where the backboard, around the edge of the backboard, lights up just to see if shots are made, etc.
Pass underneath, knocked away by Gasol, but Serbia retained possession. Milicic, left-handed hook. It's a nice shot, but it bounces out. And Calderon brings the ball over halfway. He looks so casual, Jeff, as he comes over halfway.
He does that on defense, on offense, and then all of a sudden just explodes.
Well, he goes from 0 to light speed in the blink of an eye. Turnaround, fading jump shot. Gasol can't get it. It's a very, very competent and confident-looking Spanish team. They're here to do the business. Have never won a medal in the World Championships, and they want one in 2006. And they'd love it to be gold. From the corner, Milicic gets the weak side rebound, muscles it back inside. This time, he misses the two-handed dunk. Intimidated by Gasol, I suspect.
Oh, there's an unsportsmanlike foul. Sopkovic. That's the third foul.
Sopkovic, he didn't even fake it well. They just lowered the shoulder into Gabriosa.
And down the other end, Darko Milicic should have finished off that play, and Serbia would have been back in the game again, but he missed it. He missed the dunk, he missed the putback, and now Spain get to Gabriosa, and now they get the ball back.
Well, it's exactly the start to the second half that Serbia didn't want or need, as they're under the gun again. Gabriosa out front. Nice little move, goes to the hoop, puts it in the air. Gasol tied up. Serbia come away with it. Rakosevic motors to the basket, off the glass, and he's called for charging. Who was the man down there drawing the charge? Gabriosa, the workhorse.
Well, number 8, Rakosevic, and Gabriosa had time to make some tea, invite some friends over.
Shuffle of cards, he's ready for a nice evening. Ball goes out of bounds, but Spain will retain possession. Calderon had the ball knocked out of his hands. Sakota, the coach of Serbia, very animated. He can't stop the rot, however. Navarro goes inside, and he gets his first 2 points of the ball game. Juan Carlos Navarro. 47-31. Rekasevic gets a 2. Nice pass inside. Down low, Gasol backing in. Kick out, Jimenez. Rekasevic for Serbia. The game being played at a pretty pedestrian pace. Spain don't want to hurry anything. They're happy just to use up time. Milicevic.
Well, he's taken a lot on his shoulders, Darko Milicic, to try and carry this Serbian team.
Now Gasol has time to kick it out, come back in, get the pass right back. This time Garbiosa from a long way out. Jimenez hacks his way into the foul situation.
Krupkovic, he did push underneath. I don't know if you'll see it. Oh, yeah, there. He didn't even attempt to really go for a rebound, even though Jimenez. Oh, and there's La Bamba for 3. Very quiet.
Well, maybe the second half will be La Bamba's half. Calderon controlled things in the first. 50-33, 17-point lead. Serbia disappearing.
To the Japanese evening.
Here's the runaway. The little motor. And Serbia trying to foul. The referee would have none of it. Played advantage, and Spain get the advantage and the 2 points.
Gone to 19 now.
Calderon slipped in front of Milicic, kept him away from the player. Into the corner. There's a 3. Tripkovic makes a 3. 52-36. Spain in control. Garbiosa, ball dribbled out of bounds. I thought it was off his foot, but no, it comes off Serbia's foot. 6:33 left in the third period. Gasol, nice move, 2 points.
Too silky smooth. Paul Gasol and Darko Milicic is really struggling offensively and defensively in terms of trying to stop the Spanish onslaught and having to do all the scoring himself.
Oh, beautiful turnaround jump shot.
See, that's the sort of thing he can do. That's why the Detroit Pistons picked him up as their #1 draft choice way back in 2003, sorry. Oh.
Don't you love seeing these big players so athletic, so mobile? Gasol goes to the hole and he gets 2, and it's an 18-point spread. 5:44 left in the third period. It's all Spain. Sailing the seas here with confidence. To the hoop. This is a running one-hander. Calderon up quickly. Garbiosa pulls up. Can't knock down the 3, and look at Gasol kick the ball out. Comes right back to him underneath, but he lost it on the pass back in. The reaching foul is going to be on Jimenez.
Well, the Serbians all jumping up and saying, well, Jimenez should be tagged with an unsportsmanlike. Didn't look that bad.
No, it didn't. He reached for the ball. I don't know if he got any, but he was definitely going for the ball. Making a good, honest effort at it. Tripkovic from a long way out. Misses. Garbiosa, weak side. Here comes Spain. Nope, they'll walk it over. Calderon wants to pack things up and get home.
Well, they're up 18.
When I say they want to go home, they want to use up as much time as they can. They don't want to run and gun and start making mistakes and let Serbia come back at them. Gasol, left-handed hook. He's down on the ground first, picks it up. And Avdolovic giving him heaps underneath, number 6.
And Gasol here, he gets absolutely mugged.
And we've got a timeout taken. There's 4:36 left to play in the third period. Spain leading Serbia 56-38, an 18-point spread. A good shot of this fantastic sports arena, built in honor of the god Sporticus. Pepu Hernandez, the coach, the new coach of Spain, doing such a great job with them, but he inherited a mature, world-class team. Navarro goes inside, on the glass. Isn't that great touch, shooting touch? And again, from deep, deep downtown. And on the run, the reverse layup, simply superb. La Bamba Navarro. And Spain throw the ball in bounds. Navarro loses it, protesting. Should have been a whistle, he said. Serbia want to run. They've got to get the ball out. They've got to get it in the air, and it's got to start going in the hoop pretty regularly. They're going to make a run at Spain. It's got to come pretty quickly. Milicic, the rebound, the kick out, floating along the baseline. Lekasevic, little fake, into the lane, and Darko Milicic puts it down.
Well, I've said it before, the Serbian crowd right behind us, and every time the Serbian players don't do anything with the ball, they all get up on their feet and give them abuse.
And Dolovic collects a foul right here.
Oh, look, he's dropped his shoulder. He's got nothing to moan about.
Well, I don't know. Gabriosa came over and set a pretty wicked pick on him.
So the fact that he dropped his shoulder, Bob, is probably the reason that he got the foul.
The unforgivable sin. And Gabriosa, a couple of free throws. 16-point lead to Spain. It's been as many as 18. Yeah, it's back to 17.
Well, sometimes I've got to clear some of these yahoos away from us around the commentary position.
While the crowd getting a bit raucous, it's late in the day. Last game of the day. The first of 4 eighths, as they call them.
A lot of this crowd has been here the whole day, Bob, as we have. 4 games.
Well, that's stamina. Gold medal for all of them. Calderon quickly over halfway. Look at him. He just floats. Gasol kicks it out. Gabriosa into the corner. Mumbrú back in the ballgame for Spain. Navarro running one-hander. And they throw it right back into Gasol, and he's fouled by Dolovic.
Well, that's his 4th foul. And Milicic there saved it, but he saved it right into the hands of Paul Gasol. Dolovic goes to the bench with 4.
And replacing him is Bojan Popovic. A couple of new players for Spain. We've got Fernandez, Rudy Fernandez, number 5. And number 11 is Sergio Rodriguez, 1.9 meter tall, 20-year-old. Hasn't played a lot in the tournament, but he's another one of the many good guards that Spain has. Serbia need to light it up from beyond the arc if they're going to have any chance of winning this game. Mumbrú kicks the ball, that'll reset the shot clock. 3-point shooting, Serbia 1 of 11, 3 of 13 for Spain. Not particularly good. Free throw shooting Spain, 18 of 24 and 5 of 5 for Serbia. The drive inside. Oh yes, emphatic.
Well, that's what Darko Milicic needs to do. Two-handed slams rather than trying to get those one-handed ones missing.
Fernandez kicks it back high, and Spain using up time. They want just the right shot. Gasol comes high, kicks it out. And Serbia, another chance to score. 59-42. It's 17 points the lead to Spain. And time running out on Serbia. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Nobody expected them to win.
Oh, that's great offensive set there by Serbia.
And it's polished off by number 5.
Jorovic.
Branco. Bucking Branco. Out it goes Mumbrú from the corner. That's beautiful shooting. Alex Momain steams ahead. Good hustle out front. Spain continue to hassle and harry Serbia. They have no respite from the pressure.
There's just not enough scoring from Serbia. As I say that, Popovic drops the 3.
Well, he pops one from outside, Popovic. The ball's on the court. Rekasevic runs the full length of the court, and from behind, Gabriosa gets him. Rekasevic didn't see him coming. Good hustle from the big man. The smile on his face. He thought he got a good clean block. You call it.
Well, both of them sort of pushed. One pushed and the other one fell over.
Oh yes, looks pretty good. It must have been with the body down below. Certainly not with the hand. Timeout taken. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to play in the third period. And Spain by 15, 62 over Serbia 47. There's a big dunk from Milivovic. Darko Milivovic hanging on the ring afterwards. That was a nice little backdoor move. And threw the fake on the reverse layup. Came back and got a little putback. Serbia struggling. Just too little experience really against the Spanish Armada. Are steaming into the quarterfinals here. I'll be so bold as to predict a win to Spain, Jeff Green.
Well, I can't disagree with you right now, Bob. There's just not enough scoring from Serbia. As they say, showed Darko Milicic dunking the basketball about 5 different ways.
Well, it looked like he got about a dozen points there, but really that was the same shot from 4 different angles. Hammering home the point that the man can dunk. Who would doubt? At the free throw line, Serbia. And it's Rekasevic. Back to 14 points. Make this one, it's down to 13. The Serbian run begins.
Well, the way they're playing, you wouldn't be too hopeful of that. But you never know, Bob.
Inside. Mumbrú. No, that's Fernandez.
That's Rudy Fernandez.
Isn't he athletic? He's not a big player, not very tall. He stands 1.95 meters. And Jeff, he does elevate.
So it's a great athletic move there.
Wow. Such a great young player. Fernandez, 21 years old. He's averaging 10 points per game. And this is the kind of player that's going to keep Spain at the top or near the top in European basketball for several more years. Well, it's interesting looking at the seedings and who's gone through. Europe had 6 teams here. All 6 have made the quarterfinals, plus 3 of the wild cards, Turkey, Serbia, and Italy. That's where the center of basketball power resides. The Americas, 5 slots, 2 of them.
And there's Rudy Fernandez. Well, you were just talking a minute ago about how athletic he was. He gets on the end of this alley-oop. Look at that. Took off outside the lane.
It's ballet, absolutely ballet.
Great camera work. Great finish, great look.
Down to 14 seconds. Serbia wants one last shot. There's a 2-second differential, game clock, shot clock. The ball is kicked out of bounds. That'll reset the shot clock, but there's only 9.6 seconds left. So they gain the extra 2 seconds. And it's 66-52. Time running out on Serbia.
Well, they've got 10 minutes, 9.6 seconds to go to make an impression, Bob.
Well, they've tried, Jeff, and they have in patches, but trouble is, those patches weren't long enough or impressive enough. And is it going to be Garbiosa? He's a bit bemused as he gets up. 2.9 seconds to go. Timeout taken. 66-52. Spain over Serbia. Highlights, the shot misses, and Milisic's hand at least 12 centimeters above the basket, puts it back in. Another big dunk from him. This is high altitude basketball. Rakasevic up off the bench in Serbia, trying to get back into this ball game, but Spain now just sort of doing enough, just what they need to win. No sense in overextending themselves. Gasol, a bit of a smile on his face, the Grizzly. The Bear can smile.
Well, he's done his job, hasn't he? 19 points, a handful of rebounds.
The length of the court heave does not find its mark. So at the end of 30 minutes of play, España 66, Serbia and Montenegro sitting on 52. 10 minutes left to play in the last of 4 games today. Spain outscoring Serbia 23-21 in that quarter. Well, what a montage. That's what FIBA basketball is all about. Splash, splash, and more splash. Dragan Sakota, the new coach of Serbia and Montenegro, which after this tournament will be Serbia, the 2 countries going their separate ways.
He's a legend in Serbian basketball. He came back to coach the national team. As you said before, no one wanted it.
Marc Gasol has checked into the game for Spain. There's the buzzer, and we're set for the last 10 minutes of the ball game. Pau Gasol sitting on the bench. He's got to be happy. Spain take another big stride toward getting a medal. I guess it's a little early to call it, but Spain just looked so certain, so confident, Jeff, playing well within themselves.
You'd find it hard to see them losing this game. We've seen a lot of leads disappear in this tournament, but with the quality of guard play that Spain have, you'd find it very hard to see that.
Marc Gasol kicks it outside, and Spain will want to chew up quite a bit of time every time they get the ball. Sergio Rodriguez, number 11 at the point guard, and then Murumbro.
And what a great little tip by Marc Gasol to keep it alive.
Fernandez from the corner, and once again Spain get possession. Fernandez lines up another three and drills it. Oh yes, Rudy Fernandez, isn't he exciting?
There was a clash of bodies there. Mumbro.
Well, Serbia just losing the wars as well. Players go down. The clashes of the bodies, that's going Spain's way as well. So tough defensively. It's like throwing a blanket over your opposition. They cannot see. What they can't see, they can't shoot. Nice move inside. Rajcevic breaks the scoring drought, 69-54. Serbia chasing Spain. We're down to 9 minutes. Mumbru. Oh, doesn't he get high? Rajcevic threw it up, hoping to get a roll. Lady Luck would not have any of it. The drive down the lane. Frustrated again, just can't buy a basket.
Nothing's gone any way of the Serbia-Montenegro effort, and Spain just bring it back down again. Work the ball, stay in control.
Well, people getting a bit testy down there. Number 5, Jorovic fouls Jimenez. Right here, he comes in, grabs him.
Well, if he didn't think he fouled, what did he think he was doing? Because he just about ripped the arms off.
Well, Jimenez throws his arms skyward, and so pleading his case. Had enough of the dives, the flops. That's something basketball does not need to borrow from football. Now somebody's down. They went down very heavily. That's Fernandez.
Rudy Fernandez.
A clash of heads. Down he goes, holding his face. A sickening thud of heads right here. Ouch.
Oh.
He immediately grabs his head and he rolls over, face downward. He's up. He's shaking it off. He's back in the game. That's good to see. We don't need injuries at this stage, either team, any player. But it just shows you how combative both teams are. Still 69-54. Spain well in control. Jimenez kicks it out. Gabriosa.
Oh, lovely little pass. Drive for Gabriosa into Marc Gasol.
Yep, give him the assist. And Serbia under pressure. They've never been able to take a deep breath. The attempted three doesn't go down, and Spain.
Actually, Bob, both of us were wrong. It wasn't a drive by Gabriosa. He's on the bench. We're both wrong that time.
Carlos Jimenez. No, it's
Bernie
Rodriguez. And that's number 11, Sergio Rodriguez, you see scoring there. 73-54, 19-point lead. It's all Spain. They control the high seas here, the Armada. Serbia throw it high to Milicic to the baseline. Going to the hoop, puts it on the ring, doesn't drop. Manages to get up the shot, he's fouled. Milicic not happy, pounds the ball on the floor, and the foul is on Mark Gasol, number 13. That's only his first foul. 7 minutes to play in the ball game. And it looks like Spain is going to go through to the quarterfinals, joining Argentina, Lithuania, and Turkey.
And of course, Spain will play Turkey in one quarterfinal. So we'll have 4 quarterfinalists. Argentina against Lithuania, Turkey at this stage against Spain. It's going to be a matchup.
A couple of good matchups, but you'd have to put your money and your house on Argentina in the first game and Spain in the second, I think, Jeff. Turkey's done oh so well, but I don't think they've got the composure in the guns to beat Spain, but who knows? Gasol called for 3 seconds in the lane. Camping in there.
3 seconds violation.
The no camping zone. That's a handover to Serbia. Ah, nice touch for the big guy, Milicic. 2.12 meters tall, and he drops that left-handed shot. Fernandez is fouled on the baseline. We got a couple of free throws coming. 73-58. 6.5 minutes to play.
Sergio Rodriguez has done a great job. Because Calderon and Navarro have been on the bench a long, long time. Here we go, Rudy Fernandez. He has really played well throughout this whole tournament coming off the bench, Bob.
Such an exciting player, Jeff. 1.95 meters tall. As good as a guard. He's a number 2, actually. He's only 21 years old. He's averaging 10 points per game. His field goal percentage, 61. Shooting 67% on threes. And now we got a little bit of how's your father. How is your father, by the way?
Well, not very good by the sound of that action.
Eddie Rush in the middle of that. Is that Jorge Vasquez? The push in the back from Garbiosa. Serbian players took exception to that.
Well, they've called a unsportsmanlike.
Well, if the referees could watch the replay, maybe the call would be a little bit different. But players have to maintain their cool. Just because you get pushed does not give you the right to turn around and take it out on the next player you see. Garbiosa.
Jotovic actually did do the first pushing, and Garbiosa did the reaction. Normally it's the guy that reacts to it gets tagged.
Spain just slowly pulling away from Serbia here, but no answer. A lot of acting out front. That grunt and the drop to the floor was not really a hard foul. It was a bit of a Hollywood trying to draw a foul. That time Garbiosa is called, sticks his leg out. Marinovic. While the two are talking.
Yeah, well, the little man, he gets tripped up. And he stands up and he says, what? Garbiosa says the same thing to him.
Well, Garbiosa, to give him his due, did very little there. It was a foot trip, incidental, really. Marinovic just took exception to it. He thought there was something vindictive in it, something purposeful. There wasn't. Under 6 minutes to play, 75-58. Boom. Marinovic taking it out on Fernandez. Well, he picks a smaller man.
It's getting silly now.
This is silly. And a bit of ill feeling coming into the game.
Well, Milicic is talking to Marinovic and says to him, well, we don't need it. Let's just take the butt whooping that Spain are giving us and take it like men and move on. But the little fella, he continues to discuss it with his big man.
Yep. Plotting the demise of one of those Spanish players. Who's it going to be? 77-58, 19-point lead now. España cruising. Milicic, nice pass.
Great pass.
The foul is on Mark Gasol. Vacevic will get the free throws. Mark Gasol.
But that was a great little pass. Look at this by Darko Milicic. For a big man, he can pass the ball well.
Gasol thought he was stationary. He wasn't. You saw him on your screen moving left to right. Players have a different perception of what's happening than the referees, of course. And in that case, Gasol's perception was dead wrong. From the corner, Fernandez, isn't he great?
Oh, Rudy Fernandez. What a great youngster for Spain to be coming off the bench. He hasn't disappointed them all tournament long.
5:18 left to play in the ball game. Timeout taken. España sitting on 80. Serbia chasing on 58. It's now a 22-point lead. Wow, we've had some lovely camera shots in the broadcast here. There's another one. It's moving down to the Serbian bench. And we flip over to the Spanish team huddle. And play about ready to resume here in quarter number 4. From the corner, Fernandez. That led to the timeout. The kick out, Fernandez, great shooting style. 21-year-old, 1.95 meter, number 2 guard. This guy has got jumps. He can sky. So exciting in the air. Serbia inbounding the ball. And Cabeza steps forward to put a little pressure on Serbia. Marinovic firing a little point guard now. Pulls up. Knocks down a 3. Bodies sprawling on the floor again. Gabiosa out front. Fernandez get ready to make his move. The step back 3. He wanted 3. And the push off on the big guy. He can't believe it. Well, he did off.
Push. He did throw the elbow.
Mile high Illich.
He is a mile high up there as well. He's a big boy.
He certainly is. 1.15. That's 7 feet 1 inches tall. Mile. Mile high Illich.
I think Serbia's just given up now because they've taken a couple of the stars out. Darko Milicic, he's gone to the bench.
Well, it's a good time to give some of your bench a run. They've got a young team. They're rebuilding. Why not give them experience in the World Championship? They're not going to win this game. Spain is throttling them.
Good block by Mark Gasol.
Rejects the shot. Spain will inbound the ball. Marinovic even protesting that one. Look at this. Smack.
Good block. Good clean block.
What does leather taste like? Underneath, Gasol. Bounce. Forcing his way in the turnaround, and Mile High gets his hand to the ball. He's called for a foul. I thought that was a pretty good look.
I was just going to say, another good block down that end. But we don't have control of a whistle, Bob.
No, that's right. That was a little lesson for Gasol, I thought. Ilic picks up a couple of quick fouls. He's into the game now. Spain headed for the ton here. Will they get it? 82-61. 21-point lead now.
I wouldn't think so. They'll be deliberate. They don't need to go out there and get silly and maybe have someone get hurt.
Well, the starter's being replaced. Mumbrú comes on for Gabriosa, who goes to the bench. And it's still a very strong Spanish squad out there. Cabezas, number 12. That's Bernie Rodriguez, Fernandez, Gasol, Marc Gasol, that is. Well, shooting now, getting a little bit better for Serbia and Montenegro.
It's all academic with 4 to go.
Certainly is. 5 of 17 from beyond the stripe, 6 of 20 for Spain. Cabezas kicks it out. Stolen, Marinovic going against Fernandez. Off the glass, he's got it. And he's waging his little one-man campaign to get the team back into the game. You see him here, a little turnaround jumper. Nice balance as he gets it off the glass. At the other end, Spain, Gasol, the running hook. That's beautiful. And who's there? Fernandez to get the rebound. 85-65. 3 minutes, just over, to go in this 8th match. Marinovic loses the ball on the dribble. Here's Rudy Fernandez. Nice pass. Cabezas finishes it off.
Clinical. 21-point lead now for Spain.
Like a surgeon's first cut.
This has probably been the most one-sided affair in the first 4 games.
Yes, everybody thought Serbia might give Spain a little bit of run, a little better tussle. But Spain, almost arrogant in their confidence. Well, so confident, they play so well together as a team.
The hotel will be packed with the Spanish press. As I said before, they've got the biggest contingent, 3 television stations, a number of radio stations, and the press, they take up most of the media center.
They certainly do. Even their silence is loud. And beyond the arc, Gasol with the rebound off the missed 3. Fernandez, so quick up the court. The kick out, back, the drive. Gasol holds on to it at the top. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Rudy Fernandez, I don't know what he was trying to do there. He looks at his hands, he looks at his teammates.
Well,
says, sorry, boys.
Hands and his feet were doing the same thing. They weren't in the same action. It just slipped. The ball gets out of his grasp. Marc Gasol pulls it down. It's all over but the shouting. People not going home just yet. Mile high, Ilic picks it off. Marinovic, the kickback, the free throw. It's there. Well, Spain leading 87-68, 1 minute 35 seconds, and Serbia and Montenegro call a timeout. Not needed at this stage of the game. They're on the next plane out of here, and Spain will stick around. They'll be playing in a couple days' time. And Spain will be taking on Turkey, one of the surprises of the tournament.
Por ejemplo, lo estamos agotando en el primer corte y tenemos que hacerlo entero hasta el corte final. Puede haber bloqueo directo, ¿de acuerdo? Podemos ir un poquito más largo, nada más que eso. Ellos son los que tienen que meterla pronto, nosotros tenemos que meterla quizá un poquito más tarde.
Debutant coach in the World Championship, Pepu Hernandez.
Well, I remember the first press conference he gave back in Hiroshima last week, and they said, what are you here for? And he said, pure and simple, to win the World Championship. He made no bones about it. He would be very, very disappointed if they went home with anything less.
Well, that's right. It's nice to have a coach not being coy about such things. You ask a direct question, you get a direct answer.
And he was like that the whole press conferences all during the week. And people, he's confident. And he didn't want to flog it off like most coaches around here have done. He said, pure and simple, we're here to win the World Championship.
Why, you look at his stable of racehorses, and you can see why he is confident. 1 minute, 35 seconds to play, and Spain leading by 19. Will they get the ton? I don't think so. Cabezas kicks it out. Throwing it around now. Inside, Gasol has it stolen. Marinovic, fiery little guard. Goes all cautious now. Now he makes his move, the kickback. The shot from the top of the key bounces high and mile high, pulls it down.
Village.
The kick out, left alone, so he had another try. Racevic this time gets the three, 87-71. 16 points, under 1 minute to play, counting down, 42. Spain still want to run a good offense. The kick out pass, Bumbru into the lane. A good look. The pass ahead. Marinovic goes up high. Cabezas leaves him alone. He gets the two. 87-73. It looks better than it was. 14 points. Down to 15 seconds. Counting down. And this will be the ball game. Spain, Cabezas. A good little dribble, a shifting hand. Just left Marinovic. The kick out. Marinovic pulls it in. He'll pull up. He'll shoot the three, and he's fouled. He'll get 3 free throws. Can you believe it?
Well, Alex Mumbro fouls from the 3-point line.
Time has expired. The last act of the game will be 3 free throws from the little guard of Marinovic. He misses the first. Well, he's got 1 or 2, the third to come. An 87-75 win.
There's still 2 seconds on the shot on the clock. So Spain will inbound it. Let the time run out. Serbia won't contest it.
Well, that's it. The ball's thrown in bounds. Spain refused to play with it. And the 2 seconds expire. 87-75, pretty comprehensive. 12 points in the end, but it was up to 21 at one stage, and Spain just doing enough to win the ball game. They scored 21 in the fourth period. 23 points from Serbia and Montenegro. They go home. They were the wild card, one of the 4 wild cards in the tournament. They did pretty well getting into the final 16, but then they ran up against first place finisher in Pool B, Spain. The Spanish Armada looking very tough. The victory dance at midcourt from Spain. And after a full day of action here, Spain, Turkey. That's the matchup, and Lithuania taking on Argentina. These are our first quarterfinalists. And tomorrow, there'll be another 4 very good games. Germany going against Nigeria, USA taking on Australia, France playing Angola, and the last game of the day will be Greece going against China. Marc Gasol, you see there, chugging off the court. The end of a long, long day of play here at the Saitama Super Arena. The Spanish team very relaxed, slowly filing off the court, refusing interviews. Thank you very much. No sound bites for the news media. They've been hanging around all day trying to get a word or two. And so ends the first day of knockout competition. The summary stats: the shooting, Spain 55%, three-pointer 6 of 20, 6 of 21 for Serbia Montenegro, but 27 points off free throws for Spain, only 11 for Serbia. Rebounding, the edge to Spain clearly, even though Serbia got 16 offensive boards. 29 fouls tagged against Serbia, only 16 against Spain. So just about every category favoring Spain, and really 87-75 flatters Serbia. Highlights, third quarter. Navarro started with a rush. So speedy on the fast break is Spain. And the kick out, the spin. And in the middle, look at the putback from Milicic, the big man. Fernandez, the kick out. Mumbru's got the three. And again, same shot, two angles. Now that has got to be the play of the game. So athletic. Fernandez, don't you love it? The ballet of FIBA basketball. Ouch, the crunch. The clash of heads. Both players were all right. They were up within a few minutes. And both lived to play again, so no harm. The steal, Marinovic, a spin dribble, and he gets it off the glass. Good control in the end, gets him two. Too little, too late, however. Here's Fernandez again, watch the pass. The bounce pass, the easy two from Cabiza.